I'm in eastern Washington State, and I'm looking for the grave site of the great Nez Perce chief, Chief George. Very sad story in American history, and I'm coming to this gate, and I think this is the cemetery. This is a story that's very sad as I open the gate about how Americans took advantage of the Nez Perce. For thousands of years, this area in the Wallowa Valley was Nez Perce territory. They signed a treaty in 1855 which reaffirmed that all of this millions and millions of acres belonged to them. But then gold was discovered in 1860. That changed everything. The treaty was renegotiated. The Nez Perce ended up with 10% of their land. Very sad. Then General Howland told them to move 1,800 miles into Idaho. 800 brave men and women crossed the Rocky Mountains, endured the winter. Then a small band of braves attacked some white settlers. They were so frustrated, and the army pursued the Nez Perce. Chief George was their leader. They almost made it to Canada, but outnumbered, surrounded, and many killed. Chief George surrendered. They put a monument up to him right in this cemetery. And here it is. For many years he lived in Idaho, but he refused to give up his religion. So they sent him back here to Washington State, to another reservation, the Nez Perce Reservation in the town of Nez Perce. And that's where we're at. And that's where he's buried. You can see thunder rolling in the mountains. People still come and pay a tribute to this great chief. Here he is in true life. This was 1905 that this monument was made. At that time, they recalled the words of the great chief. And he said, "From this day forward, as the moon shines, I will never fight again." And they say that he died of a broken heart. This was a dark day in American history, but those brave men and women who endured the trip to Idaho live on today. And Chief George, here he lies in this little cemetery in eastern Washington State.